Okay, so for someone new to real estate, how would you explain what Section 8 housing actually is and how the voucher system works?
So Section 8 is basically every state has it, mostly and sometimes counties within the state have it. So say, for instance, I'm going to give you an example of New Jersey. New Jersey has Section 8 state Section 8 and has town Section 8. So if you live in Inglewood, Garfield, Lodi, and I think it's Fort Lee, they have their own Section 8. So you have to live in those towns, and then you can only find apartments in those towns with Section 8. You have a state Section 8, state of New Jersey Section 8. You can live anywhere in New Jersey except for those exact towns that have their own Section 8. So once you put your application in and they accept you, they give you a voucher for how many bedrooms you may need, depending on your household size. You go look for an apartment. They give you a range. They give you a budget range. So the apartment can't be over this amount of money for this many bedrooms. You find that apartment within the range, and then the person accepts it. They decide the people at Section 8 office come and inspect the apartment, make sure everything is intact, everything's legal, they have fire alarms, smoke detectors, and then you're able to move in. You cannot be a felon with Section 8. You have to pay your rent. If you don't pay your rent, you're subject to losing your Section 8. And the rent fluctuates. So say, for instance, you lose your job, or don't have a job at the moment, your rent may be $200. Once you find a job, your rent may go up to, say the real rent is $3,000, for instance. Your rent could go up to maybe $1,500. Just to give an example of how much money you pay. Like I said, they pay 70%, you pay 30%. So whatever your income, your rent may fluctuate.
What are the most common misconceptions landlords have about Section 8 tenants?
That they're lazy, they don't have a job, they're dirty, they're poor. Basically, they're low income and aren't worth anything. That's the attitude I get from people, that they feel that Section 8 is, and it's definitely not that. Anybody can have Section 8. You don't know who has Section 8. Sometimes I lived in one building where an African American girl lived, and it wasn't an African American community, let's say. She was there, and the people were questioning her. I kind of, since she got Section 8, I'm not trying to, just kind of gave that off, which she did have Section 8, but they was questioning her, why do you live in here? How do you afford to live here? What do you do for a living? Why is that anyone's business? And people treat people like that because they feel like someone can't afford Section 8. They can't afford the building. Look, they go by looks. You don't look like you can afford here. What do you do for a living? How are you able to live here? And that's wrong. You don't do that to people. And that they feel like poor people are Section 8, and that's not right.